You've seen the glossy brochures, the slow-motion commercials of crystal-clear pools, and the smiling faces of the crew. You think you know exactly what happens on a cruise ship, but once the gangway retracts and the shore disappears, a whole different world of unwritten rules and hidden secrets takes over. From the secret codes hidden in your daily planner to the silent security cameras watching your private balcony, the cruise lines are keeping a massive list of secrets to protect their bottom line. Stay tuned, because secret number 7, the dirty score report, is something every cruiser needs to check before they ever step on board. 1. The myth of balcony privacy. You paid hundreds of dollars extra for a private oasis, but your balcony is actually a fishbowl. Most passengers think that once they step out onto that high-priced teak deck, they are in a soundproof, invisible sanctuary. But here is the catch. Those dividers between rooms are not soundproof, and they certainly aren't sightproof. I've heard from countless cruisers who didn't realize there are often gaps at the floor and the wall large enough to see right through if you standing at the wrong angle. Worse yet, at night, the lighting inside your cabin turns your glass balcony door into a giant mirror for anyone standing on the deck or a neighboring balcony. There's a reason you can hear your neighbor opening a soda can or coughing. The acoustics on the side of a ship carry sound perfectly. If you decide to have a loud, private conversation about your finances or get a little too romantic under the stars, just assume at least 4 neighboring cabins are listening to every word. This isn't just awkward. It's a total loss of privacy you thought you were paying for. Pro tip: treat your balcony like a public sidewalk. Never discuss secrets out there, and always check your curtains before dressing. 2. The naughty room reality. High-tech scanners at the terminal are specifically calibrated to find your contraband liquids. Most cruisers think they're being clever by hiding a bottle of vodka in a Listerine bottle or using those rum runner plastic pouches. But the truth is, security officers on lines like Carnival and Royal Caribbean see thousands of bags a day. They aren't just looking for weapons. They are looking for organic liquid density. Water has a specific signature on an X-ray. 80-proof vodka looks different. If they spot something suspicious, your bag won't be delivered to your cabin. Instead, you'll find a small card inside or a locked suitcase. You'll be summoned to the naughty room, a bleak, windowless security office deep in the ship. You have to open your luggage in front of officers while other passengers watch, essentially doing a walk of shame for a $20 bottle of booze. They will confiscate it, and you won't get it back until the final morning of the cruise. It's a massive waste of your first day vacation time. Pro tip: most lines allow you to bring one 750 milliliters bottle of wine legally. Bring that instead of risking the security blackball list. 3. Secret codes in the daily planner. The daily planner in your cabin is written in a secret code designed to organize the ship without alerting the public. You might be flipping through the schedule and see an entry for Friends of Bill W. or Friends of Dorothy meeting in a quiet lounge at 4 p.m. Most passengers assume these are private birthday parties or reunions for people actually named Bill or Dorothy. But here's the reality. If you show up to a Friends of Bill W. meeting expecting a wild cocktail party, you're going to be very embarrassed. That is the International Maritime Code for an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. Similarly, Friends of Dorothy has been the long-standing code for LGBTQ+ gatherings. Cruise lines use these codes to ensure privacy and discretion for these groups, but it can lead to some seriously awkward social blunders if you wander in uninvited. Pro tip: learn these codes before you sail so you can find your community or avoid a social oops moment. 4. The menu is a suggestion rule. In the main dining room, the rule of one simply does not exist. Most passengers think they have to choose between the lobster tail or the prime rib on formal night. They stare at the menu, agonizing over the decision, not realizing that the cruise line is desperately hoping you don't realize the truth. Everything is unlimited. The waiters won't lead with this because it drives up food costs and waste, but you can order 2, 3, or even 4 entrees if you want. Want to try every single appetizer on the list? Go for it. Want to make your own surf and turf by ordering the steak and the shrimp separately? The kitchen will do it. I've seen cruisers order 3 desserts just to find the one they liked best. The only limit is your stomach capacity. Pro tip: if you see a side dish or an appetizer you love, ask the waiter to bring it as a large portion for your main course. 5. The bridge is always watching. Just because you see A and see the crew doesn't mean the captain isn't watching you from the bridge wings. Cruise lines spend millions on security infrastructure, and that includes high-definition 4K cameras mounted on the bridge wings, the parts of the bridge that stick out over the side of the hull. These cameras aren't just for docking. They are designed to look down the entire length of the ship's exterior. Cruisers who think they are being sneaky by smoking a cigarette on their balcony or, worse, climbing on the railings for a cool Instagram photo are being recorded in real time. If you cross a safety line or engage in risky behavior, security is often knocking on your door before you've even finished what you're doing. On ships like Symphony of the Seas, these cameras are so sharp they can identify the brand of a cigarette from decks away. Pro tip: assume you are being recorded the moment you step outside your cabin door and never, ever sit on a balcony railing. 6. The rigged casino skill games. Those Keymaster machines with the iPads and $1,000 cash stacks are not games of skill. They are high-tech slot machines. You've seen them in the ship's casino. A mechanical arm that you have to line up perfectly to push a key through a slot. It looks so easy, but most cruisers don't realize these machines are programmed with a payout ratio. Even if your aim is pixel perfect, the machine's internal computer can actually overrule your physical input. If the machine hasn't collected enough money to cover the prize, the key will slip or stutter by a fraction of a millimeter, making you miss. You could spend $100 trying to win a $300 iPad that was never winnable at that specific moment. The cruise lines keep this quiet because if people knew the games were forced losses, they'd never play. Pro tip: treat every arcade game in the casino as a slot machine and only play with money you're willing to lose instantly. 7. The CDC Dirty Score Secret. Your ship might have a hidden failure report for sanitation that the cruise line is legally hiding from the brochures. This is the secret the industry hates most: the CDC's Vessel Sanitation Program, VSP. Every ship that docks in the U.S. is subject to a surprise inspection. They look at the buffet, the pool water, and even how the crew washes their hands. A score of 85 or below is considered a failing grade. Most passengers never think to check these scores, but they are public record. A ship can look sparkling clean on the surface while having critical deficiencies in the kitchen where your dinner is being prepared. If a ship has a history of scores in the low 90s, your risk of a norovirus outbreak, the dreaded stomach bug that ruins vacations, skyrockets. Pro tip: before you pay your deposit, Google your ship's name plus CDC green sheet to ensure they have a high passing score. 8. The $1,000 balcony cigarette. A single puff of a cigarette or a vape on your balcony is a one-way ticket to a four-figure fine and an early trip home. Cruise lines like Norwegian and Celebrity have become incredibly aggressive about smoking. They don't just rely on neighbors complaining anymore. Many new ships are being outfitted with high-sensitivity smoke and heat sensors on the balconies. If you get caught, the consequence is immediate. A cleaning fee of $500 to $1,000 appear on your onboard account instantly. But that's the lucky outcome. Because fire is the single greatest threat to a ship at sea, many captains will exercise their right to disembark you at the next port without a refund. You'll be left standing on a pier in a foreign country, responsible for your own flight home. Pro tip: stick to the designated smoking decks, the eye in the sky, and the sensors are much smarter than you think. 9. Ignore your debarkation zone. The zone tags and departure times given to you on the final night are mostly a crowd control tactic that you can technically ignore. On the last morning, the ship turns into a chaotic mess. The cruise line gives everyone a number or a color-coded tag and tells them to wait in a crowded lounge until their zone is called. Most passengers sit there for hours, bored and anxious, waiting for permission to leave. But here's the secret. If you are capable of carrying all your own luggage, what the lines call self-assist or express walk-off, you don't need a zone. As soon as the ship is cleared by local customs, usually around 7 o'clock or 7:30 a.m., you can simply walk to the gangway and leave. By the time Zone 15 is called at 10 a.m., the people who ignored the system are already at the airport or home on their couch. Pro tip: choose self-assist debarkation to beat the 3,000-person line at the taxi stand. 10. The zero-tolerance fraternization policy. Being extra friendly with the crew isn't just a faux pas. It's an immediate terminable offense for the staff member. Many cruisers think they are being charming by inviting a favorite bartender or their cabin steward back to their room for a drink. What you don't realize is that cruise lines have a zero-tolerance fraternization policy. The ship is covered in cameras, including the hallways leading to your cabin. If a crew member is caught entering a passenger's cabin for a non-work reason, they aren't just given a warning. They are fired on the spot, stripped of their credentials, and processed off the ship at the very next port. You might think you're making their trip fun, but you're actually ending their career. Pro tip: keep your interactions professional and tip well. That's the only kind of love the crew actually wants. 11. The marijuana trap. Legal in your home state does not mean legal on a cruise ship, and the drug dogs don't care about your prescription. With marijuana becoming legal in places like California and New York, many cruisers think bringing a few gummies or a vape pen is no big deal. But here is the dangerous reality. Cruise ships operate under federal and international maritime law. Federal authorities and local police often bring drug-sniffing dogs to the terminal during embarkation. If a dog hits on your bag, the cruise line will deny you boarding immediately. You won't get a refund, and you might even face local charges. Even CBD oil is technically banned on most major lines like Carnival and Royal Caribbean. Pro tip: do not bring any cannabis products, even for medicinal use, unless you want to watch the ship sail away without you. 12. The overpriced drink of the day trap. The drink of the day is a strategic move by the beverage department to clear out cheap inventory at a premium price. Every morning, you'll see a flashy sign for a Bahama Mama or a Yellow Bird for $1.15. It sounds like a great deal, especially when it comes in a colorful souvenir cup. But here's the catch. You are often paying $5 extra just for that cheap plastic cup that you'll probably leave in your cabin anyway. Furthermore, these drinks are usually pre-mixed in giant vats, meaning you're getting a lower quality spirit and a lot of sugary juice. If you order a standard cocktail from the bar menu, you're getting a fresh pour of the spirit you actually want. Pro tip: always ask for the drink of the day in a standard glass to save money and avoid the plastic junk. 13. The automatic gratuity loophole. Cruise lines hide the fact that you can adjust your tips, but doing so marks you in the ship's system. Most lines automatically charge $16 to $20 per person per day for gratuities. Most passengers think this is a mandatory tax. It's actually a suggested service charge. While you can technically go to guest services and ask to have these removed or reduced, the cruise line hates it because it's how they pay a large portion of the crew's wages. But be warned, the crew knows who has removed their tips. It can lead to a subtle service slowdown for the rest of your trip. Plus, it takes money away from the hidden crew, like the laundry workers and galley staff who you never see. Pro tip: don't remove the tips. Instead, prepay them before the cruise so you don't have a massive bill on the final morning. 14. The white line port safety secret. Stepping over a painted line in an industrial port can trigger a security incident that lands you in a local jail. When you're in ports like Ensenada or Civitavecchia, you are often in a working industrial zone. You'll see yellow or white lines painted on the asphalt of the pier. Passengers often wander over these lines to get a better angle for a photo of the ship's bow, not realizing that these are security perimeters. Crossing them can trigger an immediate response from port authorities who aren't nearly as friendly as the ship's crew. I've seen cruisers detained for hours and fined hundreds of dollars just for stepping 5 feet outside the pedestrian zone. Pro tip: treat the pier like an airport tarmac. Stay exactly where the signs tell you to go. 15. The spending account error rate. Cruise line billing systems are notorious for ghost charges, and they count on you being too busy to notice. With thousands of passengers swiping sail and sign cards every hour, mistakes are inevitable. It's incredibly common to find a $12 drink you never ordered or a minibar replenishment fee for a fridge you never opened. The cruise lines keep this quiet, but the error rate is high. If you wait until the final morning to check your bill, you'll find a line at guest services that is 3 hours long, and you might have to give up and pay the error just to catch your flight. Most people just pay it, which adds up to millions in accidental revenue for the lines. Pro tip: check your account on the ship's app every single night before you go to bed. It's much easier to fix a mistake on a Tuesday than on a Sunday. Conclusion: cruising is one of the best ways to see the world, but it's a business first. By knowing these 15 secrets, You re no longer just a passenger. You re an insider who knows how to protect your privacy, your wallet, and your vacation. If this video helped you prepare for your next sailing, hit that like button and subscribe for more cruise hacks. Comment below. Have you ever been sent to the naughty room or caught a mistake on your bill? Check this out. Before you pack your suitcase, you absolutely need to watch our guide on the 12 things banned on cruise ships in 2025 so you don't get stuck at the pier. See you in the next one.